students, in our last class we had a discussion on the various nucleophilic substitution reactions under the chemical properties of haloalkanes. Today we will find some other nucleophilic substitution reactions like replacement by nitro group, replacement by nitride group, replacement by alkyl group. Let's discuss one by one. First one is replacement by nitro group, NO2. This is nitro group. When alkyl halide, it is treated with solution of silver nitrite AgNO2. As a result of their nucleophilic substitution reaction, nitroalkane is obtained in measure amount. This is nitroalkane. This is obtained in measure amount. Nitroalkane. Along with it, a little amount of alkyl nitrite is formed. Alkyl nitrite, RONO. This is alkyl nitrite. In these two compounds, there is only a difference in the linkage. In alkyl nitrite, oxygen is bonded to the alkyl group, whereas in nitroalkane, nitrogen is bonded to the alkyl group. And the side product is here Ag plus and X minus. They will give rise to AgX. Okay. Let us try to find the mechanism of this reaction here. Silver nitrite. We have taken the reagent silver nitrite. In silver nitrite, silver is bonded to oxygen. This oxygen is attached to nitrogen, and this nitrogen again it is bonded to another oxygen through double bond. This silver oxygen bond is predominantly covalent. So whenever we will take alkyl halide with silver nitrite, this nitrogen is the nucleophilic site. This will attack this carbon containing halogen. As a result of the substitution reaction, this halide ion, now it would be the leaving group. As a result of this reaction, a bond will be formed between this alkyl and this nitro group. The leaving group halide ion, it will help to release this silver atom in the form of Ag plus. This X minus, it will help to release this silver atom from this silver nitrite as H plus. This X minus will help, such that this pair of electron now it would be over oxygen. Then our product would be R. Now this R is bonded to nitrogen, which contains one oxygen through double bond and another oxygen through single bond. This oxygen now it will have negative charge, and this nitrogen it will have positive charge because it has contributed its pair of electron to R. This is your nitroalkane. It is obtained in measure amount. This is our measure product. Okay. Similarly, when in the place of AgNO2, if potassium nitrite or sodium nitrite be taken, potassium nitrite KNO2 or sodium nitrite NaNO2, if this kind of reagents be taken with alkyl halide, then the measure product is alkyl nitrite. This alkyl nitrite, that was the minor product when silver nitrite was the reagent. But when potassium nitrite or sodium nitrite be used with alkyl halide, then we will get this alkyl nitrite in measure amount. Let me write the chemical equation. Rx plus KNO2. KNO2. This potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate, these are predominantly ionic. Here the bond between oxygen and potassium, that is ionic. So positive charge will be over potassium. This is potassium ion and this is your nitrate ion. Okay. When we will take this mixture, potassium nitrate and alkyl halide, listen students, this nitrate ion as potassium nitrate, it is ionic in nature, it can easily form this nitrate ion. This nitrate ion, it is one of the ambident nucleophile. This is nitrite ion, N double bond O single bond O minus. This is our nitrate ion. We can find another resonating structure when this electron will migrate here, this electron will be delocalized, then we will get NO minus double bond O. These two are the resonating forms of nitrate ion. In these passages it is clear the electron density over this oxygen atom is quite high, and due to high electron density over this oxygen, this nucleophilic attack mainly occurs through this oxygen site when potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate be taken. These are being ionic, they will form this nitrite ion, and in nitrite ion generally the electron density it is quite high over the oxygen as compared to nitrogen. So here the main nucleophilic site, main attacking site is oxygen. This will act as the nucleophile mainly through oxygen. Now through this oxygen it will attack this alkyl group such that this group will leave and we will get what? RONO. This R now it is bonded to oxygen. O, oxygen is bonded to nitrogen, which again bonded to another oxygen through double bond. This is alkyl nitrite, RONO, alkyl nitrite. Now it is the major product. This is major product. Whereas a little amount of attack may occur through nitrogen also. As I have told you, this is ambident nucleophile. It has two donating sites. One is oxygen, another one is nitrogen. Nitrogen has given lone pair of electrons on it. It can also attack, but main attack will occur through oxygen. That's why we are getting nitrite as the major product. In some certain cases, when attack will occur through nitrogen, then we will get little amount of nitroalkane. A bond will be formed between this nitrogen and alkyl group. Then RNO2 would be the minor product, which is nitroalkane. This is nitroalkane. This is obtained in minor amount, and the side product is KX. So just remember, when alkyl halide it be treated with silver nitrite, then nitroalkane is the major product, because mainly attack will occur through nitrogen, whereas potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate when be used with alkyl halide, nitroalkane would be the major product. Alkyl nitrite would be the major product. Okay, these two reactions are quite opposite. The formation of a particular isomer, these two are isomers, nitroalkane, alkyl nitrate, these are functional isomers. Okay, so which isomer will be formed in major amount, that depends upon the use of these reagent, whether silver nitrate or potassium nitrate be used. That is the factor here. Let us take some example. I said when alkyl halide it be taken with silver nitrate, nitroalkane would be the major product. Whenever alkyl halide it be taken with sodium nitrate or potassium nitrate, then alkyl nitrite is the major product, whereas nitroalkane is the minor product. Let us write the major product simply. Here this is the major product, and when potassium nitrate be used, alkyl nitrite is the major product. Let us take CH3, CH2, Cl. When it be treated with silver nitrite, AgNO2, What have I told? When silver nitrate be used, then nitroalkane is the measure product. So here the attack will occur through nitrogen. Then we will get CH3CH2. This is R here, R from Rx. Now it is bonded to nitrogen of nitro group. This is our measure product. This is nitroethane. And when it be treated with potassium nitrite, KNO2 or NaNO2, then predominantly we will get alkyl nitrite, which is the alkyl group here, CH3CH2, ethyl nitrite, ONO. Okay, this is ethyl nitrite. Like your CN group, CN minus, in our previous example, CN minus was the nucleophile. CN minus, this is one of the ambident nucleophile. Attack may occur either through carbon or nitrogen. When carbon will attack, we will get cyanide. When nitrogen will attack, we will get isocyanide. Okay. Similarly, here nitro group it is also one of the ambident nucleophile. Nitrogen can attack, oxygen can even attack. When nitrogen will attack, we will get nitro compound. Here this is the nitro compound. Here attack occurs through nitrogen mainly, and when attack will occur through oxygen, we will get nitrite compound in measure amount. Okay. The next example of nucleophilic substitution reaction is replacement by alkyl group. Okay. In order to get the alkyl group, we need to take Gilman reagent. This is in accordance with Corey-House synthesis. This reaction has been studied in the preparation of alkanes. Let me write the chemical reaction involved here fast. When alkyl halide, this is treated with lithium dialkyl cuprate. Here the cation is lithium ion and this is dialkyl cuprate ion. This is anion. This is called as Gilman reagent. As a result of this reaction, finally we will get R dash. This X minus has been substituted by one alkyl group of this reagent, R dash. That means we are getting alkane. Plus the side product are alkyl copper compound. Here two alkyl groups were there. One alkyl group that substitutes this halide ion. Another alkyl group that will be with copper. And this leaving group, halide ion, this will combine with this lithium such that we will get lithium halide. So in this way we are getting alkane. This alkane, it may be symmetrical or unsymmetrical. In Corey-House synthesis, easily we can prepare alkanes that may be containing the odd number of carbon atom or even number of carbon atom. Both type of alkanes can be prepared here. When these two alkyl group is same, then obviously we will get the symmetrical alkane, otherwise it will be unsymmetrical. Both kind of alkanes can be prepared. Here the reagent involved is Gilman reagent, lithium dialkyl cuprate, and this reagent, it can be prepared from alkyl halide. Here the starting material is again alkyl halide to prepare this Gilman reagent. R-X, this is alkyl halide when it be treated with lithium metal in the medium of ether, diethyl ether or THF, tetrahydrofuran. This is one of the cyclic ether. Any of the ether can be taken as the medium at 0 degrees Celsius. Then we will get alkyl lithium compound first, alkyl lithium compound, and the byproduct is lithium halide. 2 moles of lithium will participate. This alkyl lithium, next when it be treated with cuprous iodides in the medium of ether, here also THF or diethyl ether can be taken at 0 degrees Celsius. Then dialkyl cuprate, This Gilman reagent is formed here. Exactly 2 moles of alkyl lithium compound will participate, plus this Li plus and I minus, they will give rise to LiI, lithium iodide. This is your Gilman reagent. This reagent can be obtained in this way. First of all, alkyl halide, it is to be treated with lithium metal to get the alkyl lithium compound, and when that alkyl lithium compound next to be taken with cuprous iodide, we will get dialkyl cuprate. Okay. When this dialkyl cuprate or lithium dialkyl cuprate, it will be taken with alkyl halide, you will get your alkane. Let us take one example. CS3I, methyl iodide. Let us take with lithium dimethyl cuprate. This is one example of Gilman reagent where the R dash is methyl, and in Rx again the R is methyl, so both R and R dash are same. Our product is RR dash. R is from alkyl halide, R dash from Gilman reagent, so both alkyl groups are same here, so we will get CS3 or ethane plus Cu R dash is CS3, so Cu CS3 plus LiI. So here the product is ethane. Okay. Similarly, when ethyl bromide, it be taken with lithium diethyl cuprate. Lithium diethyl cuprate. Okay. The alkyl group present in the Gilman reagent, that will substitute this halide ion. So the alkyl group present here is ethyl. So this ethyl group that will substitute this Br, such that we will get CS3CH2. CS3CH2. In the place of Br, now this ethyl group be present, CH2CS3 plus another ethyl that will be with copper, CS3CH2Cu, and the remaining product is Li plus, and this Br we will get LiBr. So here the product is butane. Okay. CS3CH2Br, when it be taken with CS3CH2CH2 whole 2 CuLi, this is lithium di and propyl cuprate. Then think about the product. R dash is our product. R is from alkyl halide, CS3CH2, and R dash, that is from Gilman reagent, here CS2 CS3, CS3. This is our R dash, pentane exactly, plus another alkyl group that will be with copper, so CS3CH2CH2Cu plus the byproduct is another byproduct, LiBr. So we are getting here pentane. Listen, ethane, butane, they contain even number of carbon atom, whereas pentane that contain odd number of carbon atoms. So both type of alkanes can be obtained by this reaction. This is called Corey-House synthesis, where alkyl halide that is to be treated with Gilman reagent. Okay. Here we need to remember this alkyl halide which is acting as the substrate here, that must be primary. Either it be methyl halide or primary alkyl halide. Okay. In secondary or tertiary substrate when we taken, then elimination reaction also occur, as a result of which we may get alkenes. So in order to get alkane, or in order to carry out the nucleophilic substitution reaction, we need to select this alkyl halide. This must be primary. Okay.